Annabelle or Orchid, and this YouTube channel is meant to be a digital diary of my life where I can record my hobbies and document my progress. Currently, I'm a Canadian 16-year-old who's trying to run their own press-on nails business. And the reason for me making this business is so I can save up on money for the future. For example, I can save money for university or for any future emergency funds in case my car breaks down and I don't have any money. And I must admit, it's also for side cash for being a teenager. I mean, what if I want to buy some new clothes or get some new products or something? So here's some stuff about me that I thought you should know, or so you can get to know me. I like rock climbing and bouldering, and even though I'm a beginner, I've been trying to climb more often. And I'm lucky to have some friends who also like to climb, so I get to climb a lot with them, and I'm grateful for that. I also really like filming, so much that I'm running an indie film studio with my friends. And we even won some awards and had some films displayed at some local film festivals, which is great. And it also helped me develop a good skill set for editing and filming and for this YouTube channel. And over the years, I've joined a lot of film clubs and film groups, and I've tried before to have a YouTube channel, and it went okay. One of my favorite things to do in my free time is to hike. I love to hike around my area and explore the local forests and trees and trails, whether I'm alone or with my friends, but most of the time I hike with my dad. Usually we even go hiking every Sunday, so it's pretty nice. And over the summer I spend most of my time hiking, but mostly alone. Lastly, I have a hobby in art, whether woodworking with my mom, she's a woodworker, or picking an outfit to wear. I mainly like to draw and paint. And these art skills help me with a big project that I'm working on, which is making my nail business. Here are some examples of some press-on nails and acrylic nails I've done recently. And recently I decided to make a business where I can sell these press-on nails. And I have to admit, this channel is a way for me to promote this business, but I've also wanted to record and document my hobbies for a long time. So I'm making the best of both worlds. Overall, the channel is meant to document and show the process of me making nails and also doing my hobbies, but it'll also update you and keep the progress on how my business is doing. Now let's move on to the real content of this video. In today's video, I'll show you step by step how I make these nails, from coming up with the concept ideas and sketching them down on my sketchbook, to painting these designs onto the nails, and to applying the press-on nails. I'll even show you how to apply press-on nails. Now, you might be wondering, who are these nails going to? Are they going to a customer? Well, sadly, I don't have any customers at the moment, so these nails will be for myself. But it's good timing because school's starting again and we're just getting out of winter break, so at least I'll have some cute nails for them. So let's get to making these nails. So now it's the next day. Sadly, it was a nighttime when I recorded that part, so I had to go to sleep. But now we're gonna focus on making the set and coming up with concept idea. So I already have a vision board created and a design idea. So I wanna make a pottery-based set. So this set will have all sorts of art on it that you would see in the pottery, and the nails are meant to look like little pottery pieces. So I'm gonna get started with designing them based off the images, and I'll do a little recording, but you'll mostly just see the process of me making the art. So let's get to it. Okay. So I just finished the designs. So the goal is to have this pottery set here. And
some of the set is designed off pots that I have at home. So for example, this is a pot that I have one of my plants on, and this is from a jewelry set that I have at home. And so the overall goal is it's gonna be a bunch of little drawings that you see on pottery, but they all kind of blend together well. That's cute. And then they have a lot of flowers, and this one even has a pomegranate on it. So now that I have the design done, we have the most hard part coming up, which is actually putting the design onto the nails. So hopefully it goes well, and let's move on to the nails. Okay, so I just finished the shaping of the nails. You might notice they're pink. They're not actually pink, it's just the sticky tack. So now I'm gonna get on to painting them. I spent way too long on shaping, but you know what? At least it's done. So I just finished the base coat of the color, and now I'm gonna start working on the designs. So the first design is just finishing up right now under the second timer, but I just was working on this pomegranate one, and I still have everything else to do. But let's see how it turned out. So compared to my drawing, I feel like it holds pretty well. So let's freaking go. Okay, I just finished the nail set, and so now we're gonna get on to prepping my nails for the nail set. So I already have some leftover residue from when I did some acrylic and gel nails already. So at first I'm just gonna get that off with my drill bit, and then I'll move on to showing you how to properly apply the nails. Okay, so here we have all of the things that you would and could have when putting on the nail sets. So we have the actual nail set that you would be applying. And then the things that you really should have are something at least like a little file sander or a buffer. And that's because before we apply the glue, we want to make it so we can buff down the nails and make them more gritty. That way when the glue sticks, it sticks extra well and it just helps hold on to the nails. And some optional things you can have is, for example, this cuticle pusher, which just helps with organizing your nails, and then you have to have nail glue. I'm not really sure how else you would stick it. Please do not use anything like Gorilla Glue. That is probably not the best idea. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cut my nails, because if you might notice, my nails aren't exactly in pristine condition. So some of them are longer, some of them are shorter, and this is just because I did my nails recently and I didn't like them, and because I didn't like them, I kind of ripped them off, and when I ripped them off, I kind of broke some of my nails. Okay, so now I've cut my nails down, and so the next step I want to head into is just cuticle pushing. So this doesn't do anything crazy, but it just allows your nails to be more clear before you put on the press-on nails, so it just clears up any debris. My nails are already dirty, so perfect. So it's not crazy of a difference. It's not needed, it's not necessary, but it just helps with the movement. So now let's move on to buffing or sanding. So me personally, honestly, it's best just to use a buffer because you could get less damage to your nails. But I mean, if you really have to, you can use a sander. Just be careful when sanding and sand gently, okay? So I'm gonna just use my buffer. So all you gotta do is just rub your fingers against it. And I would suggest spend a good minute on each finger, and this just raws up the nail and makes it better. And one of my favorite things about press-on nails is that if I don't lose any of the pieces, I can always, when you outgrow them, or if you decide to take them off, you can take them off, and you can put them back in their package or wherever you like to store them, and you can always wear them again later, as long as they're in good condition. Hopefully that's buffed out enough. And something like that can just really help the nails go a long way. I would also recommend like having a strong nail glue. Like I have Macart nail glue right here, which I'll put in the description. And if you do buy from me, you do have the option of buying with this glue, which is also pretty great. And so now I have my nail set here that I'm gonna be applying. So let's just try starting off with my left hand, because I am right-handed. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your nail. Sadly, I have my glue in here still. So let me just scrape that out. Do that quickly. Okay. So one of my tips, again, before applying a nail, is just to make sure that the nail doesn't have any gunk in it. If it does have gunk in it from using it before, or just from packaging, which hopefully it doesn't, you can always sand it out, and then this just helps the application become better. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna open up your nail container. My lid has glued itself onto it shut, and you'll have your glue here. And what I suggest you do, you can either put the nail directly underneath the nail or onto your finger. I always just put it onto my finger, so I like to have a nice clear surface where I work. I would say put a healthy amount of nail glue, and then just apply it right directly onto your nail. For the first couple of seconds, the nail glue is able to move, so if you want to make any quick adjustments, you can make it there. And then hold onto the nail, and you'll feel the nail glue tighten up around your nail, and it should be on like so. So now I have my first nail on, and you can always check to make sure if it's on properly. And I would say nails are always most fragile when you first apply them. So they always have the most chance of getting off when you first apply them. So I would suggest not to have water near them for the first couple of hours, if you can, for the first day. For example, if you are going to bed and you don't shower at night, I would suggest applying the nails. That way they can set overnight, because even though the glue feels like it dries on quickly, it still always needs that extra curing time, which helps out a lot. I find whenever I keep it away from water to begin with, it stays on for quite a noticeably long time. And I always know press-on nails are kind of hard to deal with, because sometimes the glue you get, like the glues I was trying out, didn't really work out well. So my nails would always be coming off. And if your nail does come off, I would say do not worry. You can always just put it in a bag or a Ziploc, and then if you bring it home, you can reapply it. Just because it's off doesn't mean it's gone forever, as long as you can find it. Overall, I think the nails went really well. I'm happy with how they looked, and I even have some favorites. For example, my pomegranate one.
I do think at the end of the day they look less like pottery nails and more just like a bunch of little pretty artworks that came together. I want to say thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll leave a link to my Instagram in the description and a link to everything else I used in the description. And I hope you guys will come back for more in the next video.